Hey, this is Keith at Half Tracks and Honeybees. Hope you're doing well today. Well, we're going to look at a little hive today where something's changed. It was one of my stronger hives back there in the honey flow, but now I've got some sugar syrup on several hives, drawing out some comb, and this one isn't taking syrup. Seems like the population has gone way down, and like I said, something's changed. Anytime you see a hive where suddenly something doesn't look right, you need to take a look and see what's going on. And that's what we're going to do today. So here we go. Okay. Well, as you can see, this hive has 4 boxes, which means it was one of my really strong hives back during the flow. But something has changed. I noticed this morning when I filled up the feeder that it wasn't empty, and this is the only one out of the 16 that I'm feeding right now where the feeder wasn't empty. So something's not right. And let's figure out what it is. Now this top box is just a box of foundation. You can see it's a new box. So I'm just going to pull this whole thing off. I know there's not much going on up here if I don't have much of a bee population. Yeah, that looks a little wimpy. Let's see what yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's see if there's any weight in this box. Yeah, it's got a little weight to it. I see some brood. Very spotty. I see a few bullets that look like a laying worker. Yeah, this hive, something's going on here. Look at these funny little cells here. That doesn't look good at all. Same thing on this side. Look at all these, if those are queen cells, they're pretty ratty queen cells. It looks more like some drones and some laying worker. Tiny bit of brood here that doesn't look too funky, but something just ain't right. There's quite a bit of honey in that box. See if things are a little more normal down here. I see a lot of honey. It's funny, sometimes when a colony loses their queen, they turn into a great honey making colony for a while, until the population drops, and then suddenly they're in trouble. Some more really scattered brood. Looks like that was maybe a queen cell that I ripped. A lot of nectar. You always worry about them plugging it out and not leaving the queen anywhere to lay. I can see a little bit of that going on. But there's some room for a brood. And there just ain't no brood. Finally getting into some decent bee population. Maybe they replaced the queen and she just hadn't got going good yet. Pollen. A lot of bee bread. Getting a little antsy. Got some decent brood here. It's kind of spotty. Same on this side. But everywhere that's not brood is nectar. Same thing. Same thing here. A very spotty pattern, but what ain't brood is shiny. I believe they have plugged this hive out badly, and it's making the queen look terrible. And she ain't really as terrible as they're making her look. Same thing here. Pretty much every cell that's not brood is nectar. And you notice the bees aren't crazy. It's not like they're queenless and they're trying to eat me. So I'm going to condense this hive down. What did I say? The bees aren't that mad and they're not trying to eat me and then I get stung. Oops. Let's see, let me go get a couple of empty frames. I'll be right back. Okay, I got a couple of brood frames here. And I went ahead and put my gloves on because I'm going to dig down into this bottom box to see what's going on. We can get our smoker. You can't see it, but it's still got some smoke. These ladies are probably not going to be happy with me, but that's okay. Bee bread. Bee bread. They're getting a little excited. Yeah, this bottom box ain't a whole lot here that we want to keep. you're wearing blue jeans, when you're messing with these low boxes, they'll still get you. The hive's still got a decent population. A little smoke in the air. Smoke on me. Come on, ladies, get out of the way. Excuse me. Yeah, they're a little excited. What y'all think? Take out a couple of frames here in the middle that are plugged out badly. And put my empties in. That one's not too plugged out. We'll stick it right here in the middle, inside a brood frame. Give the queen somewhere to lay. I'm going to leave that super off. They don't need to be messing with that right now. I am going to go ahead and put the feeder back on. I'll shake these bees in here right quick. We'll put this box out for the bees to rob. It's just got a bunch of junk in it. Okay. Let's use a little smoke. Get these ladies back in here. Like I said, I'm going to leave this feeder. They could use a little stimulation. Get out of there. Inner cover, inner top. Let these ladies settle down a little bit. Put our frames back in this. We'll shake these out right here on the ground. That'll get them stirred up a little bit for your viewing pleasure. Bees aren't always fun to work with. Get your dress out and you do what you got to do. That's the job. And they're not Africanized and they're not evil bees. They're just not happy. I'm going to take this box a couple of 100 yards away. I'll be right back. Well, we got them put a good ways off from the hive. So just a little recap. We had some brood in here. I saw some larvae. So we got a queen. I didn't see the queen, but I rarely see a queen. But where we had brood, everywhere that wasn't brood was shiny, nectar. So it looked like to me they had really plugged this hive out badly with nectar. So the flow is slowed down tremendously right now. If there is a queen in there and she's still laying, I gave them 2 empty frames, or gave her 2 empty frames to work with. We'll go back in and I don't know, all that capped brood, it should be uncapped in 12 days. So we'll go back in about 12 days and see what's going on. If the brood has disappeared and there is no queen, I'll just combine it with one of my little strong nukes and we'll be down a nuke but still have a big hive. So that's kind of the plan. That foundation I took off of this one, I'll put it on another hive up at the nursery with a board and some feed and get them to start drawing it out. So that's not a problem. So that's kind of where we're at. Still got a pretty good population in that hive, as you can see by all the bees that aren't happy with me. But we'll see. Not mean bees, just not in a good mood. Whew, toasty out here today. Muggy too. I thought it was supposed to be cooler. Obviously the weatherman was wrong. Imagine that. Anyway, well, that hive was a bit of a mess. We're going to give them a chance though and see if they can work out of it. You know, we had some queen cell looking things. We had some laying worker looking cells, but we also had brood. And I saw some older larvae. Didn't see any young larvae or eggs. But what I did see was a pretty well plugged out brood chamber. Everywhere there was some brood, if there was an empty cell, there was nectar in it. So maybe the workers outran the queen. Maybe it wasn't her fault. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll give them a few days. I gave them a few empty frames. Took away some space. Took that box of foundation off. I left the syrup on them. So we'll see what they do. We'll give them, I don't know, 12, 13 days. Peek back in there and see what's going on. If the brood's all gone, I'll combine them with one of my strong nukes and we'll still have a good hive. So that's what's great about having some resource nukes around. You got plenty of spare parts. So anyway, hope you liked that. If you did, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you like my crazy videos. And please, make sure you always take time to enjoy the buzz. Y'all take care.